Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. For those of you who are new to my channel, child, let me introduce you to the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, the life-size fabric sculpture dolls you see sitting behind me. I created these dolls myself, and as I was sewing them, they would not stop talking to me. And this led to my Jungle Beauty Goddess book series, which is a juicy, sensuous story about human evolution. My Jungle Beauty Goddess tarot deck, ancestor money, and spell rings available in my Etsy shop. In today's video, I want to talk to you about magic and money spells and why they don't work or what you need to do to make it work. But this is all from my own personal experience, and I really hope that some of this information can help somebody. So the first thing, child, I want to talk, money. So to me, I think that the average person would think, well, if you're using magic and if magic works, then why aren't you a trillionaire? Why aren't you a billionaire? Why, that to me, that's logical, right? To ask that question. But because magic doesn't work like that. What magic does is, it gives you resources and tools to help you manifest your dreams and goals. It's not here to, just say, how, I don't know if you grew up, I used to watch I Dream of Genie, right? Long time ago. Most of you probably can't even remember that. But, the Bewitched, right? It's like you do a magic spell, you winkle your nose, and boom, there it is, right? But no, that's not how magic works. Magic needs elbow grease, child. But it will help you help yourself. It will help you get in alignment with the spirit world to bring about to bring about changes in your life, to manifest goals, dreams, help you get over obstacles. So let's talk about money, though. So the first thing I want to tell you about money and magic is that it will not supersede your belief and your beliefs about money or your level of self-worth. Let me tell you this, and I'm going to tell you about my own personal experience, is that your magic will not supersede your beliefs about whether or not you deserve it, your level of self-worth, the beliefs that you grew up with. Let's say, for example, you grew up in a home where everybody in your family or your parents always said there was never enough, right? Money doesn't grow on trees, or just this lack mentality, right? So you can do all the magic in the world and you don't understand. You're probably looking around thinking like, but I've done so many spells and I've burned so many candles, but I can't see why my magic isn't working, because the magic it can only come to you via the route that is available to you. And I'm just going to be honest, and I'm going to tell you about some of these routes. So one of the things that I've noticed for myself personally is that whenever I would do a money spell, it's like the money would not come to me, but it would come to the people closest to me. This is so weird. So one of my son is really, really good with money. He would drive 10 miles to get gas to save $1 and then break it down to how much it would cost for the next year if he was to go to the one next door. And if he was coming ahead $5, he feel like it's worth it. Money is his language, is his thing, right? So a lot of times when I would do any type of major spells, when I would just put, I'm about to put the booty to the mix, I'm about to really put a good money spell together, it always impacted him in some major way. Like, it changed his life. I'm like, well, God, where's my money? Where is my money going? Where's my big increase? Where's my $1 million in book sales? You know what I'm saying? God is like, Cassandra, you got some issues, Charlie, you need to work on. Well, One, I had to do a lot of spiritual work with, like, my father used to always tell me rich people don't go to heaven, and I think I struggle with that. So if rich people don't go to heaven, then that means I have to give my money away, or it just made me feel like I want this money, but I don't want to be a bad person. You know what I mean? I don't want to, like, people to think that I'm better than other people. So I've made videos about it. I don't want to get too deep into that. Your money spells are not going to supersede your beliefs about money and whether or not you deserve it. Another thing is about your self-worth, okay? I'm going to tell you something. That I have noticed is that your money, the flow of wealth and prosperity and money into your life is definitely affected by the type of relationships that you have with, like, I'm talking about friends, but mostly your intimate mate. If you are, I have noticed in this, and there's a lot of, like, sociological studies about it. You can see it. People who are with their divine counterparts, people who have high levels of commitment, are people who tend to have higher levels of income. One, from a sociological perspective, which is my background, I don't want to make it too, sociology, but basically, employers, there's a ton of research that shows that men who are married are more likely to be promoted to management positions, to be executives, to be leaders. They get paid more money. They live longer. It's a whole bunch of stuff. And they say the reason why employers are more likely to promote promote men who are married to management positions is because they feel like what they found is that people who are married are better workers because you already have negotiating skills. You know how to work with people. You're working with somebody at home. They feel like you have a commitment to this person, and therefore you have a commitment to the company. And they've found that the person who has the ability to commit in a relationship, it shows a higher level of just being able to negotiate, get along with people. They find that they stay longer, they're better workers, they get to work on time. It's just a ton of reasons. And they're looking for loyalty. As a matter of fact, companies look for loyalty. So when you look around, you'll see that. Now, of course, you're going to see people who aren't married who are going to be in these positions. But I promise you're going to see 70% of people who are in high-level positions are people who are married, okay? And that's done on purpose. So if you go for a job interview and you are looking for a high-level position and you have, you're married, that's already something that's going to make a company look at you in a more favorable position as opposed to a person who's not married. So your money and the type of relationship you're in is so that's just a practical sociological aspect of it. But I have found that if you look at certain people and their ability to manifest what they want, they tend to be in a high level commitment. When I say high level commitment, they're living with somebody, they're married to somebody. They tend to fare better in life than people who aren't married. Even though this can be very subjective. When I say, in the sense that you might find a person who is single and they're making a lot of money, but then they seem to be very unhappy or whatever. But people are married and unhappy. But I'm just talking about the ability to increase your income is impacted by. I feel there's a connection with that and the type of relationship that you're willing to accept in your life. You know what I'm saying? Barack knew he needed Michelle. You look at presidents, you look at leaders, when you look at anybody of high status, even Oprah didn't marry Stedman, but it's a high level of commitment. That you have a divine counterpart because there's this person who is sharing a vision with you. And that's the most important aspect, is that there are two flames coming together to ignite a dream. So they know that their success is your success, and vice versa. You're not like fighting the world alone. So anyway, so if you look at your relationships, you're going to see that there's the type of relationship you have, rather in terms of the level of commitment, you're going to see a direct relationship with your income and your ability to excel financially. So also, there are some other things about money. So remember, the first thing is that it's not going to supersede your belief system. If you have a lot of bad beliefs about people who make money are bad. Another thing about money spells is that, let's say, for example, you just make the best candle and it's beautiful, right? But you are jealous of people who are successful, or you're condemning people, or you're saying negative things about your employer. This is another thing that about money. It's like, let's say, for example, you want more money, but yet you are criticizing the sources of money that are already in your life. So you're dogging out your boss, right? Or let's just say you have clients and you're just talking about them in a really bad way. You're calling them, names, or you're like, oh my God, here comes such and such. Do you not think that's not going to affect your money? Honestly. So people don't understand that, your clients, that's your bread and butter, and you don't condemn your bread and butter. You don't talk bad about your bread and butter. So you don't talk bad about your job, because that job is putting food in your stomach, right? You might not like your boss or a specific person, but you try to love where your money is coming from. Don't condemn your cash, child, because when you condemn your cash, when you talk bad about your clients or the people who are literally putting food in your mouth, you are literally blocking your own blessings. And then also, money. This is the other thing I want to say about money spells. Is what I was saying earlier, is that it takes the fastest route to you. So when I do a money spell, because my son is really good with money, and for some reason he vibrates at the level of the frequency of wealth, the money usually he'll get this big promotion. I'm like, okay, because the universe knows that somehow that's gonna maybe benefit me indirectly, you know what I mean? Or sometimes when I would I would pray for prosperity for somebody in my family, guess who ended up giving them money? Me. I'm like, let me watch that. So the other thing is, when I would do a money spell, I would notice that my boss would call me and say, hey, do you want to substitute? Do you want to substitute teach? I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I was hoping my books would sell. You know what I'm saying? But I found that when I do a spell, it's like it comes through, but it's not the way I wanted the money to come to me. It's like, I want my book sales to increase. I want, certain, other things. So but I feel like, but I want to tell you this. So there's another thing about money and spells, is that, again, that's tied to your belief system and how it would not supersede what is in your subconscious and the things that you are saying, and your self-worth and what you think you deserve. So money also is a frequency that has nothing to do with what you think should sell. Like, say, for example, no, it really doesn't. Money is an energy that belongs to the universe, and when you do a spell for it, you have to open your mind up to new ideas, new ways of doing things. Like, for example, when you shut down the avenue, the way that money come to you, because you think that, oh God, I didn't want to be Kim Kardashian, right? I didn't want to be Kim Kardashian and Ray J. That is not the way I was hoping to make money. But that is her foundation. I'm not saying anybody should do that. I'm not, that's not my thing, but I'm being very objective right now. When she took advantage of the opportunity with Ray J, with this tape that they made, and this is where her, no matter all the makeup and all the things that she's done, that is her foundation. That's how she acquired, that is how she built her foundation, that she acquired her wealth from. And if she had foo-fooed that, if she had said, no, but the universe to me is not going to send you an idea that you're not suited for, that it's against who you are, or you're, you know, what you're trying to accomplish in this lifetime. I don't think it works like that. The other thing is, I think that, you know, like Jim Carrey, he always wanted to be a multimillionaire. He kept a check in his wallet for $10 million. And when he did Dumb and Dumber, this is when he actually got his first, I think he got a check for $10 million for doing Dumb and Dumber. But he is ashamed of that movie, the first one. He's just like, he feel like it's beneath him. It's just so silly. It's one of my favorite movies. It got me through the toughest times in my life. I love Dumb and Dumber, okay? But if he had said, you know, this is really silly, I'm not going to do this movie, he would have missed out on his opportunity. So now, this is how I have personally really blown some opportunities with the universe regarding money. I'm just being honest with you guys. So first one, I was doing a magazine, and I've talked about it in other videos. It's Triumph magazine. I had a lot of ad sales, from car dealerships to flower shops. I mean, the first issue, I remember I had a stack of checks, and I was being invited to some of the, you know, events around town with like the mayor. I mean, I literally was sitting at the table with Mayor Archer, and then there was the Wayne County Commissioner, and it was all of these people, and I said, oh my God, I'm a nobody. Like, why am I here? You know, I was invited to Judge Mathis' home, all because of Triumph, all right? And I was just like, oh, I don't deserve to be here. I'm not good enough. And I had a stack of checks. I kid you not. And I gave everybody back their checks so I could go to school to get a doctorate degree, to buy self-esteem. That was, if there is any moment in my life that I would take back, it would be that. I feel like what I did was, can you imagine? I mean, at the time, it just made so much sense to me. I literally gave everybody a stack of checks. The magazine people were talking about it, this interview with Frank Turner on WJLB, and I was just like, I just felt like, oh, I don't deserve this because I don't have a degree, and all I have is this little black and white magazine. Duh. I should have finished that magazine and let it die a natural death, but I did not have the self-esteem. Another time that I blew the avenue, the wealth was coming to me, was this was maybe about, I want to say about 7 years ago. I don't know how long. I started making these Magick manifesting wish dolls. I think some people might call them voodoo dolls, but I was making sales, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, for some reason, I mean, well, I could tell you some stories about that. The dolls would press against, the energy would press against my chest, where I would have to immediately put the doll in the mail to the person. But it was, you know, I was making sales, and it made me nervous. And I shut it down. And I said, oh, no, this is not the way I want to make money. I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do. And I don't know why. You know, so the thing I'm trying to tell you guys is this. When you are doing a money spell, you don't get to decide how that money comes to you. You ask under grace and in a perfect way, right? You ask that, you know, helping all, harming none. You ask for this or something better, but you don't get to tell the spirit realm how that money should come to you, or what because they're going to open up an avenue where you have the skill set and the personality and everything that you need to bring about that wealth. It's going to be unique. Sometimes it may not be unique. The person who came up with the paper clip, or the red or the red sippy cup, or the red, the drink cup, they're wealthy. Sometimes I know we have an ego, like, I want my book to sell. And God is like, child, how many times have I given you things to do and you just foo-foo them? You see what I'm saying? So when you do your money spell, know that nothing is free. Know that you have to give something in return, and that you might get this idea that it's the thing that's going to turn your life around, that you got to put the elbow grease in, but the doors are going to open, the people are going to come into place, because that's how that money spell works. You know what I'm saying? And so here's another thing that I've learned about money spells. I don't know. This is just for me. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but it seems to me like if, say, you're using candles, or you're using in Feng Shui, your money area in your home, by the way, if you were to walk in your door and spread out like this, like an eagle, and wherever that left foot is, that corner across the, in that room, that's your money area, baby. And you, the colors are like purple, red, green, and gold, and blue. And what I found is that the color green, it addresses your immediate needs. Like if you need to have your rent paid, or if you need something is like, I need this, because it's like green it grows, it nurtures you. Purple is long-term wealth. I find that purple is a color for generational wealth. That's the color for your money is going to come to you really slow. I remember I painted my kitchen purple one time, and I had a contract with the state, and the guy never wanted to pay me, and I had all this money, but it just took forever to come to me. Red protects your money from bill collectors, from people coming after it. And the color, what's the other color? Blue is really the color. What color is American Express? What color is Chase Bank? Blue is really the color of stable money, the kind of money that you for your business, that the money that you want to see, the flow of now is like a really nice royal or navy type blue, like a true blue, not a light blue, because the lighter color blue is the color of communication. So these are just some tips for, if anybody who's for you doing money spells. And then also another thing about money and magic is that I have done magic before, put together a spell for magic. Wait, a spell for magic. Child, I am sleepy. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I am like losing it. A spell for money, and I was guided by my spiritual team, my ancestors, my angels, that I need to work on my third chakra. Your third chakra is 2 inches above your navel. That's your money chakra. That's your self-esteem, your self-worth. It's how you allow your friends in your life, the way you allow people to talk to you, treat you. My third chakra was not in alignment. It was not together. And then also your root chakra, which is like your tailbone, or right between your legs. And that is your being grounded to the earth, your mission on the planet, what you're supposed to do, your connection with other people. So one of the things you want to do is stand outside barefoot in the grass, baby, and imagine a red light, a red root coming from your feet, from your tailbone into the planet. And imagine the earth sending up energy like a light through your body, right? It goes all the way up to the central sun, and then the central sun is going to send a light back down. It comes back through your legs and your tailbone into the earth, and you stand there with this light surrounding you. That really helps with healing your root chakra. So your root chakra has to do with if you feel inspired, or if you feel motivated or healthy. Your root chakra is so important. So if your root chakra is not aligned, and your third chakra, which is your power center, your ability to, I'm going to roll in that class, I'm going to make those videos, I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. If those are not together, you can do spells all day. I don't know. I don't know what kind of money you're looking for, but you'll be led to see. Even the fact if you're watching this video and you are thinking like, I've been doing spells after spell, money spell after money spell, and it's not working. You may not be able to vibrate at the frequency of financial prosperity, and you may be, the universe is leading you to open up that highway so that they can send you the kind of money you think you deserve. And then also, so we talked about, the root chakra and your third chakra. You want to make sure you open that up. And then also, money can come in a variety of ways. So I was telling you how sometimes when I do a money spell, it would go to my son, or I would find myself being a blessing to somebody else. But I also have found that you may get a discount. Somebody may pay for your classes. A job may pay for your classes. I know sometimes you find a penny. You have to be very grateful for that, because that's a sign that there's more to come. Or there's a sign, like, just be very grateful. You find yourself getting a discount. You find yourself getting a card in the mail, or get somebody offering you a loan. But how you use it, that's on you. But the universe will bring money to you in so many different ways. You just have to keep your eyes open, okay? And then so I talked about your relationships and how you allow yourself to be loved can affect your money. So if you're in an abusive relationship, if you're in a relationship where somebody is not being kind to you, then it's really about self-love. And if you don't love yourself, I found that self-love has a big impact on your ability to manifest money. And let's see. Sometimes, in addition to money coming to you in a variety of ways, sometimes when you do a money spell, it will free up your money. Like, for example, you may sometimes a lot of people have these Patreons and these memberships and this and that, and you may be sending out $200 a month and things you don't even use anymore, and that will affect you. So doing money spells, just keep your eyes open that it's practical. It's not, that's what I want to say. The money spells, it's not, it's very logical and practical. It's going to bring you ideas that people want to invest in, but you have to do the work. You know what I'm saying? It's not an energy of la la land. It's not an energy of it's not as abstract as people think. So the foo-foo part of it, when I say foo-foo, I mean the metaphysical part of it, where, people may say, I don't believe in that, but I'm going to tell you something. If you don't really work on your self-esteem, your self-worth, if you don't look at your beliefs from childhood about money and spending, and if you think that those factors don't impact your ability to draw large sums of money to yourself, then that is where you get into a lot of trouble. But anyway, I really hope this video helps someone. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you, darling, in the next video.